memory ballooning. What is memory ballooning? Okay. So, for example, he created a virtual machine. The original one is like a we have taken 4 GB for host, right? Host is main host having a 4 GB RAM. Okay. For your virtual machine, you are giving 2 GB RAM, for example. Okay. 2 GB RAM. So what is the available memory? Available memory must be 2 GB, right? Into my system, it is happen like this. So currently 2 machines are running. One is this NAGOS and our host. This is 4 GB. NAGOS running with another 2 GB. Okay. So 6 GB taken from my host. Okay. Like it's available is now 2.9 GB. Available is now 2.9 GB. If I start one more virtual machine, so what happened? It become 1.9 GB only, right? We'll see. We're going to start one more virtual machine. Okay, so it's a 1 GB. So we are going to start this one. Why it is half of screen is visible? We started one more extra 2.9 GB is available earlier. Now we'll see how much is available once it is started. This is going to down, see 1.7 showing right now. So maybe with the extra, non-extra, nothing. So what is it is occupying that space? What I meant to this. Not loaded fully. The concept of memory ballooning is like a dynamic RAM type. Okay. So in generally, how much you are utilizing? So for example, this is 2 GB RAM consuming, right? So then obvious, so that is a 1 GB RAM virtual machine. It will reduce the RAM size. When it is started, it is reduces. Now again, it is increases to 2.1. So it is actual RAM is 4 GB. You created a virtual machine that is 2 GB virtual machine. So it is taken from our 4 GB only. So the available become means it's like a 2 GB RAM. Okay. Then that's a normal thing. Okay. But what is this memory ballooning? What is this memory ballooning? For example, you assigned 2 GB RAM for your virtual machine. So your virtual machine OS and running applications taken only 1.1 GB only. Okay. Your operating system and applications right now running, that is occupying only 1 GB. From your 2 GB, 1 GB only it is utilizing. 1 GB only it is utilizing. So what about remaining 1 GB? Normally, the remaining 1 GB will be occupied from your place only. So it won't give it to you. Okay. It won't give it to you. So it's already 2 GB occupied from your 4 GB. Okay. But it is not utilizing. The VM is not utilizing entire 2 GB. It is utilizing only 1 GB. So remaining space is like a available memory for your virtual machine. Remaining 1 GB is available for your virtual machine. Okay. That is in general. In a memory ballooning, what happened? what happens? So you are assigned 2 GB. So it will take 2 GB from your 4 GB. Okay. So it is taken 2 GB from your 4 GB. But it is utilizing 1 GB only. The remaining space, the remaining available memory will return to your actual memory. It means it is not occupying entire 2 GB from your 4 GB. It is occupying only 1 GB only. How much it is utilizing? That much only it is taken from your RAM, physical RAM. So what is not utilizing, that is not occupied from your physical RAM. It's a very simple concept. So again, once again, we'll see. For example, your available memory is, think like your available memory is 4 GB. Available memory is 4 GB. Okay. You created a virtual machine. You created a virtual machine with a 2 GB. Then your available memory become 2 GB. Right? This is a common 2 GB. Okay. But in a memory ballooning, it is the service called memory ballooning. So what happened? This virtual machine actually utilizing 1 GB only. It is actually utilizing 1 GB. So 1 GB is free. Out of 2 GB, it is using 1 GB. So 1 GB is available free for your virtual machine. So it will give it this virtual 1 GB to your return. So what happened? Your available memory become now 3 GB. Available memory become 3 GB. So this is concept called a memory ballooning. Close this one. In the memory ballooning model, one virtual machine that had a 8 GB of guest virtual memory allocated to it that it has not using could have portion of the VM reallocated to the other virtual machines that has required additional memory. The balloon driver tracks the memory allocation from virtual machine to another. The main object of memory ballooning is enable virtual machine to get a memory. It is need to meet certain process or application demand spike. Okay, that is a memory balloon. Yeah, point is, for example, it is utilizing 1 GB, so it is not utilizing another 1 GB. So it can be utilized for another virtual machines. Okay. For example, again, this 1 GB, so some other services are we are using in this VM, it become 1.5 GB. Then available is 0.5 GB only. Obviously, it will be reduces to 2.5. Available become 2.5 from 3 GB to 2.5. Okay. So as VM required, it will increase. It is as per utilization. As per the VM utilization only, it will take the RAM from your physical RAM. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage? So initially, there is advantage and as well as a disadvantage is also there. What is that? What is the advantage? So for example, you see your physical memory. For example, it is a 64 GB physical memory is there. So you created a virtual machines, 4 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, 5 GB, like that you created a multiple virtual machines. Okay. So for you, I given a virtual machine 4 GB does not mean it is always required a 4 GB usage. Okay. It is utilizing only 2 GB. So 2 GB is available. So it is not utilizing from your physical RAM. So you see the available memory. So out of 64 GB, the available memory is right now you already 4 virtual machines are running. So you have check your available memory. Still, it is showing something around 16 GB is available. So you thought you will create another virtual machine. So normally, as calculated, what I am trying to say, the available memory is So for example, you have taken 16 GB physical memories, actual memory is 16 GB. The available memory is around, for example, 10 GB is available memory. Now created a virtual machines. Okay. According to your 10 GB, you keep it like this. This is 2 GB. This is 4 GB. This is 2 GB like that. So now it is 8 GB is completed. 2 GB is still available memory. If it is strictly taken, okay, normally strictly taken, so you can guess 2 GB only available, but it is occupying only 1 GB. It's occupying only 2 GB. It's occupying only 1 GB, for example. So what happened, out of 8 GB, 4 GB only these VMs are using. What about remaining 4 GB is added here. Now I get a 6 GB available. So I can create more machines, right? So I can create more machines. This is I have given 2 GB RAM. This is also I given 2 GB RAM. So if in case in the earlier position only I have a 2 GB available, so I can't create a extra RAMs, extra virtual machines. Within a 2 GB only available, that based on that only I will create, like 1 GB RAM virtual machine only I can create. But now I got a 6 GB available. So I can utilize for other virtual machines. I can utilize it for a other virtual machines. That is a advantage of memory belong. Then what is the disadvantage of it? For example, this is again become 1.5 GB. This is start utilizing from 2 GB to 3 GB. And it is utilizing entire 2 GB. So what happened? 1.5 from this, again, what happened? Again, 0.5, 1 GB and 1 GB. So it is around 2.5 GB needed. Where is that? So we are having only 2 GB now because with along with this 2 GB virtual machines, that not having that much space. So what happened? 100% load, more than 100% load on your RAM. So this you have to calculate properly. In case of load increases, like you think it's you check it based on the available memory only. Okay. Initially 6 GB available memory. You created extra virtual machines because you have a lot of available memory. You created extra virtual machines. Now the machines are required more space. They started increasing their memory utilization. So your available memory will be consumed as well as they need more memory, but more memory not available in your physical RAM. Okay, in availability RAM is not available. Then VMs will won't work. VMs will be stuck. Okay, your entire system become load increases, 100% load increases. So that is not good for it. So people, whether your memory learning has a advantages as well as there is certain disadvantages. We have to keep in mind about disadvantages. Okay, you have to plan according to it. So you have a 6 GB available memory does not mean we should create a more virtual machines. You have to calculate. So what is the actual before creating virtual machine? What is actually available memories? Okay, based on that you create a virtual machines. Okay, only. Okay, not based on that extra available memories. So that is a part. This concept is called like a dynamic memory. In Hyper-V, we have seen this one, Hyper-V, dynamic memory, dynamic RAM. Okay, what is this dynamic RAM? Same concept. There is a startup RAM. For example, for a VM I created in a Hyper-V, so I given it startup RAM is 2 GB. So when I start this VM, it is take 2 GB. But once it is completely started, it may not require 2 GB. It requires only 1 GB to run this OS and applications inside. 1 GB is still available. So this is 1 GB, it won't take it from your physical memory. Okay. But while using, so install one more service, it need more memories, then again it will take it. In that time, it is your physical memory not available. Then there is a problem. So dynamic memory or memory ballooning, this concept is to manage your RAM utilization, best utilization for a RAM utilization. Okay, best utilization for RAM utilization. But there is also a problem. It is so you created more machines based on that right now availability, but let it is occupied. Understand, guys? Any doubt, questions? Okay. So earlier it is showing 2.1. Now again it is down. Based on that, services running in these machines. For this machine, it's not started, so it is not utilizing any CPR memory kind of stuff. When I power on this machine, it's a 1 GB memory we are assigned. Okay, 1 GB memory we are assigned. So when this machine is on, automatically CPU utilization, memory utilization is there. Not completely turned on. So we'll wait for getting these details also. Even you can see the from the host. Okay. So total utilization, CPU, memory, disk utilization, memory utilization. Before you turn on this machine, now it is showing it is turned on. But why it is? Yeah, see it is. I given 1 GB, but it is utilizing only 374 MB only. So we'll turn off once. Okay, we'll see host. Okay. It is currently using total usages. Total capacity is 4 GB. Total utilization is 2.6 GB. Okay. And where are we? Here it is in the virtual machine, right? So I given 1 GB for it. 1 second. We'll turn off the machine. So we turn off means virtual machine not utilizing any memory, right? Go to the host, just refresh. Host still not showing a released memory. Now it is 1.67 GB. So okay, nothing is running. No virtual machine is running in this host. Out of 4 GB, okay, used memory is 1.67. Free is 1.33 GB. 2.33 GB is free available memory. Okay, this is the 1 GB virtual machine. When I turn on this virtual machine, so what happened? The free memory must be 1.33 instead of 2.33, 1.33 free memory, right? So we're turning on the machine. Again, power on the machine. So that's out of 1 GB, it is utilizing 3 subs. Well, so this is also refresh. It is become like that. It's not occupying 1 GB from here. It is occupying only that 374 MB that is only it is occupying, not entire 1 GB. Otherwise, it will show 1.44 MB. So that is a advantage of this memory ballooning. But there is a problem. Already I told what is the problem here. It is if we install certain services. Okay, we are thinking what we are thinking. So this is a available memory. This is a available memory. So then we created multiple machines. Okay, but once each individual machine is also occupying up to their given memory, like 1 GB are given, it is taken up to 900 MB. Okay, then what happened? Load increases, RAM related load increases, then it is also occupying. So then other machines cannot able to share it. So there is advantage and disadvantage. Okay. Whatever the second point, guys, do you understand the first point, right? So how much it is utilizing right now? how much it is utilizing right now. Okay. It's taking time for pinging also. I had nothing. Google.com ping name array host name unknown, but it got an IP address. It got an IP address. Ping 172.17.0.1. It's a continuous ping. So refresh. Okay. So memory again increases. Okay. Again refresh. So internal utilization. So once it is reduces its services, again it will reduce. When you are increase it, it will increase it. You can use a command. What is this? Top command. So right now I given 1 GB, but it is utilizing, it is total I given is 1 GB, 101444 like that it is utilizing, so it means total given is 1 GB, but using is 780, 758,912 like that it is showing. Okay. And free is 15 like that it is showing. And buffering is also there. But it is occupying originally 3. It's like a bytes wise it is showing. Fix here. There is another command now, free -h. So yes, usage is 146, free is 741. Yes, free is 741. Usage is 146 MB only. Okay. And swap is taken 2 GB out of 2 GB. And the total memory is 990 MB. Used is 146 MB. And there is a buffer is also there. You can see 102 MB buffer. So available is 719 MB is available. Okay. So you have to combine used and buffer. It is around 246 or 47 MB, but total it is taken 376. Somewhere 100 MB is taken separately. Yeah. Buffer used is 150 MB. Buffer is 104 MB like that it is showing here. Depends upon current service status and that. Okay. So for example, you are connected with SSH. Some more additional RAM utilization, service utilization, right? The top command is also, when I put a top, why it is showing? Because top command also, if you see, it is utilizing CPU and memory. That's why it is increased when it is using top. So different process you are using. Okay. Different process you are using. So memory is also increased. Like you use sleep 100%. So that two processes are running, sleep process. It increase the RAM utilization. A very small process it is. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. So this is the concept of memory. And we have taken a snapshot in it. right? So what is there where it is that a snapshot also taken. And one more option I want to tell, that is called a auto start. Okay. So memory ballooning. Next is auto start. What is this auto start? For example, where our virtual machines are running in a host. Okay, in the host. If host is down, means off, VMs also won't run. Definitely. VMs also don't run. Definitely. For example, once host is on, so you have to log into the host. Okay, then you have to go to the each and every virtual machine and you have to turn on it. Okay, you have to turn on the virtual machine individually, right? Or maybe all virtual machines again manually you have to turn on the virtual machines. That is, you have to do it, right? But what is this auto start? If you enable this auto start, what happens? Just enable the auto start. Okay, enable the auto start. So what happens? When host is turned on, what VMs are in the auto start mode? That VMs automatically start. Okay, when host is started, automatically the virtual machines also start automatically. So that is auto start feature. Okay, enable this one on this VM, but I have two virtual machines. Second virtual machine not in the auto start mode. It means the second machine won't start. I have to start manually if I required. But certain machines required immediately. Then I configure the auto start and these virtual machines. Okay. And you can see configure. What is this configure? Start delay, stop action. Like that it is shown. Wait for heartbeat. Yes, no, system default. Start delay is a 120 seconds are given. It means when host is started, so automatically VM will be start. When it will start, how much time it is required for start these virtual machines. So once host is started, after starting of host, 120 seconds. After 120 seconds, VM will be start. You don't want to take that much 2 minutes delay. Then you can take less time. Take a 10 seconds. Okay. Put a 10 seconds. What happened? Host is started. Okay. Host is started and host related kernel services started. Automatically check the virtual machines. So it is a auto start mode. Okay. So once it is host is started, 10-second delay. Immediately after 10 seconds, VM will be started. Okay. So that is a configuration. Stop delay. Stop delay is like whenever you shut down your host, okay, it will verify once host is down, automatically VMs also down. So first VM will be down, then host will be down. Okay, host will be shut down. Okay, first VM will be down, then means before host is down, it is down. Okay, like this. Stop action. Okay, system default means what are the default can like a shut down only, turn off. Okay, so like a power off, suspend, and shutdown modes. Stop action. Wait for heartbeats. In case of you have a cluster mode, high availability mode or a fault tolerance mode. Okay, your host is down. Then immediately it will send the heartbeat information where to start this virtual machine. Then virtual machine start there, and here it is. So two configurations: stop delay, stop action, and as well as a wait for heartbeat kind of stuff. Means your host is down. VMs has to run in a other virtual machines. So it wait for heartbeats first and get the heartbeats wise exchange. The VM will be start. All the system default, we don't have that clustered configurations yet. But for problem storage is showing 22. This is auto start configurations. You can disable it if you don't want that one. We discuss snapshots, console, okay. Power off, on, suspend, we know already. So you want to edit the settings, you can do it. Permissions, which user can able to access this VM. We have a lot of VMs. Okay, I'm a main administrator. Under me, lot of administrators are there. Which administrators can able to access these particular virtual machines? Only these machines, not all machines. Okay, and the direct machines. Console, they connected to console, but they can access the machines. That is which user can able to access. That's the permissions. Remote access, that's a different. Again, SSH connectivity, RDP connectivity, that's different permissions. So you want to edit the node, you want to give any node, what is the purpose of this virtual machine, what are the configurations you have done in this virtual machine, like that you want to add a node. You want to rename the virtual machine, you can rename it also. And finally, edit settings. Guys, these are the default configuration of the existing configuration of these virtual machines. Okay, so network adapter is still we have network only. You want to change the network adapter to port group 1, you can change it if you want it. Okay, and you have a image, the image, voice image, we are selected data store ISO image. Then here it is, we browsed it and selected that ISO image. Okay, so that is also shown. So few are the things you can able to modify. See, CPU can't able to modify, RAM you can't able to modify while machine is running. But you can increase or decrease the hard disk option is there. Network adapter, we can change the port groups of a network adapter and settings of network adapters. Some settings you can do. Image connectivity also you can change. Video card also not able to change. VM options. Okay. So what is the VM name? This one we can't change it. That is a console options right now while system is running. Okay. Power options. This is also VM tools script. Power on, after powering on, after resume, before suspending. Check the upgrade VMware tools before power on. Synchronize guest time with the host. Host and VM. Synchronize the time. Okay, standby response, boot options from which actually OS has to be loaded. Okay. Advanced, some more options are there. This is different. So what I'm trying to show is while system is running, what we can able to add resources, what we can't able to add it. Like, so do you want to add an extra hard disk or you want to add a network adapter, any other hardwares like a CD-RAMs, USB controllers, sound controllers, SCSI controllers, SATA, NVMe, other devices, you can connect it. I want to add a network adapter. Click on network adapter. So see, this is already existing one. This is the secondary network adapter. It is showing a port group 1 for a secondary one. Okay. So we have two port groups, port group 1 and VMnet 1. VM network is a default one. So I selected port group 1 for next one. So I'm adding additional adapter. Also, you can add extra hard disk while system is running. Extending hard disk, new hard disk. So new hard disk, I'm taking another, so 20 GB. That is showing 16. So we take 16 or 10 GB, take it. Okay. 10 GB extra hard disk we have taken. See, while system is running, we are added a resources. So can you see the total memory is increased? Earlier it is showing 22, now it is 32. Okay. And adapters, network adapters. So it has a two hard disks. Okay, it has a two hard disks, two network adapters right now. Earlier it is one hard disk, one network adapter. Now two hard disks are there. This is how to attach additional. Um, F disk. -L. Are you able to see secondary hard disk or not? SDA it is showing, and there is a SDB. Small sizes, guys, it is difficult to view. I will open this. Okay. We added 2 hard disks, right? Then we'll see 2 hard disks. Can increase the size like this. See, this SDB is added. See, 10 GB is added. This is existing one, SDA, and this is SDB is added. So while system is running, we are added. Next, IP ADDR or NMCLI. Here also see one more adapter is added. Okay, one more adapter is added. This is 34 is existing one. Okay, this is a new one, 37. Okay, another adapter is added. If you shut down this machine, you power off the machine, then you can change lot of things. Means you can increase the RAM capacities. You can increase the CPU capacities also in a turn off mode. In turn on mode, only few things only we can add it. In turn on mode, turn off mode, we can add lot of things. That's the point. Understand, guys, how to add a extra resources like hard disk, NIC cards to the running virtual machine. Anyone? Where is our switches? Virtual switches, port groups. The port group showing now 2 VMs are connected. Okay. To this port group, 2 VMs are connected now. Earlier, only one VM is in this port group. Now, our VM like this connected. And this VM is off. That's why it is showing white color. Okay. This port group having 2 NICs. So this switch. Guys, understand what it is. Memory belonging, how to add a. So this is VMware Tools. Last time you are discussed VMware Tools. The VMware Tools allow detailed guest information to be displayed as well as allowing you to perform operations on guest OS. Okay. Graceful shutdown, reboots like that. So detailed information to be displayed as well as allowing to perform operations on guest OS. Normal our VMs by installing these VMware Tools. Where is that tools? Yeah, installing VMware Tools. So more interactive means it will sync with your guest settings. Okay, it is sync with our host to guest synchronization is there, settings wise, time wise also, and it is like a VMware Tools. It's like a device drivers for your virtual machines. So how to install these VMware Tools? Last time we tried, not happened. So select the VM. First of all, you have to make sure that is VMware Tools are installed or not. So we can open the VM. We can see VMware Tools are not installed. The VMware Tools not installed in this virtual machine. VMware Tools allow detail. Yes, I am copy only. Okay. So you can click on action here, or you can go to action here. So where is that guest OS? Install VMware Tools. The guest operating system locked CD-ROM door and it is properly using CD-ROM, which will prevent the guest from the recognizing media changes. If possible, eject CD-ROM from inside the guest before disconnecting. Disconnect anyway and override the lock. Yes. It means what happened? Already one image is there, insert is there. It is saying that it is already inserted. I can't able to get inside. So what we are saying is by click on answer yes, means okay, override that one, put in this disk. Yes. Okay. So we click on yes, but what happened? Again, go to the guest, unmount VMware Tools. It means VMware Tools disk is inserted. Inserted. Go to edit. See, this is changed. See, earlier it is showing our ISO, now it is guest OS. ISO is there. But it is image is inserted, but we won't be installed. How to install this? I think I have to search again in a Google for this one also. Sometimes it is quite easy, directly it will install. Sometimes not. What happened to this? Once again, better we should know how to install. Install VMware Tools in CentOS 7 in in ESXi 7. So you have to install like this VM tools. But that is wrong because we have an image. First of all, we have to search in that CD. Then you have to install. /CD then. What's in the CD-RAM? What's in the CD-RAM is not showing. It's showing CD-RAM is a file. Have to mount CD-RAM or what? Mount flash dev slash CD-RAM cannot be mounted. Okay. Yes space hyphen H. Where mounted ls slash mnt. Yeah, we find it. But we have to extract that file. Or we have to install yum install open hyphen vm hyphen tools. It won't be installed. So why this is everyday fighting with this one? Check now. Okay. Clear. Mnt unless pair hyphen x zf VMware Tools hyphen capital C slash root slash cd ls cd VMware Tools distributions plus dot slash vm installer dot pl. Uh, ls. Okay. It has executable files. All are executable permissions. Why it is showing like that? One second. See, same only. Same thing. But it is still make me crazy. Small practicals only, guys. But it is not working. It is entirely installation script on. how to install. We got something. Hmm? You have done something. Not found. What happened, guys? What happened to me? This VM, we have to change another VM. When this an hour slash -u all files to the slash root m less VM distributions. VM distributions. No, it is not setting. Mhm. Even manually also it is not setting. Okay, we'll see the next one. So, but this is also not connecting. Keep on disconnecting. Just keep on disconnecting, not connecting. Not connecting. Okay, we'll see another concepts, guys. Yeah, vCenter. So before going to vCenter, one point is there that is called a virtual appliances. Okay, one more point that is called a virtual appliances. Okay, what is this? A virtual appliances. It's a pre-configured, ready to deploy software solution package as a virtual image. So I'm using this Nagios, right? This Nagios, actually it is installed on the, this Nagios software is installed on the CentOS 9. Okay, Nagios software is installed on the CentOS 9. And this is how we got it. We downloaded that image file. Okay, Nagios images we are downloaded. Okay, so enter VM in the .ova format. So where is my hard disk? Okay, some are machines I moved it, so it's difficult to view from my system. Okay, it's a pre-configured virtual machine. Means someone, means that organization, what they will do it, they installed a, they created a VM, and in the VM they installed the operating system, and they installed the packages and tested it. Okay, install the packages, and then what they have done, installed in a package, and it make it available to everyone. So normally you want my virtual machine, for example, my configured virtual machine you required. So how can I give? So this is available in like this. So for example, you want this one. In this is also a Linux machine. In this Linux machine, I installed a GLPA software. For example, you needed that GLPA IT asset management tool it is, and as well as ticketing tool also. Okay, asset management and ticketing tool. So for example, you want it. So I have to copy this one, this folder to give it to you, right? But it contains multiple files like this. Some are files really not required. Some are required. Log files and all not, everything is not required. What is important files? Configuration file, disk file is important. Others are just automatically create when you start a virtual machine. Okay, right? So what I have to do? I have to export this file. Okay. So I have this machine, for example, same GLPI machine is here. Okay. So already voice is installed, application is installed, fully configured. Now I want to distribute as a single image. So other can people import it and use it. So what I will do it, I will export it. Where is that export option? So go to the file. Yeah, open, scan for virtual machine, configure auto start, close tabs, export to OVF. Okay, export to OVF. So this OVF file is created. So where I will export, maybe I will put it in my external hard disk. So someone is required. Then where is I have a space? Okay. So for example, external hard disk, I will export it. Get freezed. Okay. In a new folder. Okay, this is GLPI Linux. Okay, in this folder, I'm going to export just to show the export. Which format you want to do it? OVF or a OVA format? Okay, open virtual machine format or appliances format. So by default, it's showing OVF. Okay, click save. So what happened? This virtual machine is exported into this location. So where is that? Current date modified. This is given correct only. Yeah, it is now exporting. Sorry. It's failed to export because of ISO cannot be found. So in this machine, here it is ISO image is there. That's why it is difficult to export from. So I remove that image. I change it to normal disk. To try again. Where is this file? Export to OVF and location. This drive where it is. You can export to your backup kind of stuff and or some folder. Now it is exporting. So what it is exporting? The configuration and that entire operating system application is there, no? That entire thing is not other details like in NAT details, RAM details, nothing. Just it is by default one it is there. Once it is exported while you are importing, you can able to customize it also. Okay, that is virtual appliances. What is virtual appliances? It's a pre-configured virtual machine which is ready to deploy. So this NagOS is also we are downloaded. This NagOS also we are downloaded like that only. Okay. NagOS, two sites are there. So NagOS, two sites are there. It is to open one. Let it come. Yes, like this. Download NagOS core. Click here. Okay. So what you want to download? This is the packages. You can take it and install into your machine. But it has to show other things also. It is not showing that one. This is core download VMs. Where is that VMs? Okay, download NagOS. Yes, we will try this one. Click here. Okay. Check all. Transform agent, plugins, virtual configuration tools. Download CSP. Download CSP. Still not showing. It's entirely to change the interfaces. This is web interfaces, mobile interfaces. We know everything. Window interfaces, Linux interfaces. They change it, guys. It is not available. Okay. This is also program person. Okay. So where is our virtual machine? Here it is. See, this importing here. This is OVA file. This is a folder. This is the OVA file. Okay. This is the OVA file. The size is 2.7 PG OVA file. When I double click on this, it asks you to what is the virtual machine name and where you want to store. Then click on import. It is imported into your machine. Once it is imported, so I went to that machine. I change the required settings. I change the setting, what network settings it required, CPU, RAM. I change the basic settings. Then click OK. Automatically, machine is ready, started. Okay. So like that. So instead of giving this application you install, okay, instead of that one, so what we have done, so we can able to export to a machine. Okay, so that is called a virtual appliances. Virtual appliances. Can we make this one as a virtual appliances? We can't, I think so. There is no, only export option is required. Export and export to a OVF format. So then it's like you can use it for a export and import kind of stuff also. Maybe it is an off condition. We can get this export option. Export with images. It is export with the images. Then your images, you're exported. Then it is exported earlier, right? So in our my downloads also it is there. Where it is, yes, OVF. You can import it also. Double click. Open with the VMware workstation. Just once. Okay. So it is not finding some NVRAM kind of stuff. And that's the one. Okay. This is called a virtual appliances. Once again, what is virtual appliances? It's a pre-configured virtual machine. Means entire your operating system applications is that is a virtual appliances. Okay. Virtual appliances. Guys understand? What are the things? Okay, just take a 5 minutes break, guys. Then we'll go to this vCenter, small part of vCenter. Okay. It's 5:04, so come back at 5:10. I'm going to start. Okay. Then we'll go to the vCenter, and there is some monitoring kind of stuff is also there. We'll see that on monitoring. Okay, take a break 5 minutes. Remove all and